They're the newest gadgets and services that we think could be the next great thing. Want to know how to turn your idea into the next great thing? We're going to take you through the process step by step, so you'll be saying,
I made it happen. It's pretty cool.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Evans. Thanks so much for joining us. All businesses start with a great idea and then a lot of work to make it happen. We are here in the Northern Virginia home of Christina Daves. She turned a bad spill into a business. Here's her story.
a trip to New York and a broken foot confined to a medical boot. Not the fashion accessory Christina Daves wanted to wear on her visit in the Big Apple.
Okay, I'm going to Manhattan, fashion capital of the world. There's got to be a store in New York City that will sell something for the boot. And I kept looking on the internet, and there was nothing.
But that sour experience was actually a blessing in disguise, setting the stage for her future.
And literally, the light bulb went off.
After returning from New York, Daves got to work, sketching out her ideas, figuring out the market. She consulted friends to join a focus group and tell her what they liked and didn't like. And then she wrote up a business plan.
Everybody loved the idea. So it's like, okay, people like it. Do I have a market?
Daves worked on a prototype, went in search of fabrics and furs, adornments and accessories. She created a logo and tried to get her packaging made. She hit roadblocks and made mistakes and even had trouble finding someone to go along with her idea.
Manufacturing by far was the most difficult. You know, and finding someone to make your packaging. You know, how do you do that? I went to a textile show in New York. And I was like, can you make this? Can you make this? And I finally found a manufacturer's rep out of Philadelphia. So these were our prototypes for the socks. And it was just trial and error.
Lots of error. Adornments misplaced on the Velcro. Socks cut the wrong way. She says a few times she wanted to turn back, but she was in too deep. So she forged ahead. And 18 months after that broken foot ordeal, CastMedic Designs hit the market.
Looking back on all of this, what do you think, Christina? I mean,
I'm thinking I was crazy. When it starts coming in and you start selling it, it's like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Even more cool, Daves is a 2013 finalist for Woman Inventor of the Year. She was named a leading mom in business in 2012 by Startup Nation and was crowned Steve Harvey's top inventor, taking home a $20,000 cash prize. Best of all, she has an amazing attitude. Daves says she doesn't believe in failure.
There's so many opportunities out there to get your product exposed, and you might be the next big thing.
So do you have an idea you think could be the next great thing? Time now for the 5 steps that you should take to make your dream a reality. Local entrepreneur Christina Daves is here now to walk us through them. And Christina, thanks for being with us. First thing you say is to find out if there's a market for your idea.
Absolutely. So for my product, I am accessorizing medical boots. So I had to figure out how many medical boots are prescribed in a year. And I even picked up the phone and called a medical boot supply company, and they did not give me the information. But you need to really research it. You can go to trade associations. Google is amazing.
And you even talked to your friends, too. You consulted with your friends.
I did. I had focus group and found out that every single person who was there had either been in a boot or known somebody who was in a boot.
Next step is patent trademark. That's
Absolutely.
really important. Why?
That's where the money is. In your idea, if you can get your idea patented, the value is really in the patent. But it can take 3 to 5 years.
How do you go about doing that? Do you just call the patent office, or is that another?
No, you need to hire an attorney.
Oh, okay.
You definitely need to hire an attorney for
that.
that.
And it's expensive.
It's very expensive, and it's very time. But if you've got the next great thing that can be patented, I would definitely recommend doing that.
And the patent is important because it protects your idea.
Exactly.
Okay. And the next one, number 3, is have a business plan.
Right. And a lot of people dread it. I dreaded it. But if you want to get financing from, private financing, public financing, you're going to have a business plan.
You have to have a business plan. Manufacturing, packaging, distribution, that was the biggest challenge for you.
Hardest thing for me was getting my product made. I really wanted to make it here in the U.S. There is an association called Thomas.net, which lists all the factories, manufacturers, and you can talk to them, see if they can get your product made.
And a lot of that is trial and error going through
Absolutely.
that process. Right?
Talk to other people. See, if you can join groups, entrepreneurial groups, find out other people who've developed products.
Okay.
See if they recommend anybody.
So now you have your idea. You have all of these 4 steps accomplished. The next thing is getting it out there.
Right.
Getting the PR, the marketing that you need.
And the best time to do that is when you're new. The media loves something new. So that is people think, oh, I'm so busy, I've got to do that. But really take the time to publicize your idea, get your press releases out there.
Christina, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here's one more look at the 5 steps, and you'll find these on myfoxdc.com. That does it for this special edition of The Next Great Thing. As always, you can find me on Twitter at Laura Evans Fox 5 and on Facebook at Laura Evans Fox 5 DC. Thanks so much for joining us.